So let's get the view from both clubs now. Let's start in Manchester with Ben Ransom, our reporter this morning. Ben, just how significant is that game, or was that victory, in terms of the title race?
It certainly feels hugely significant. Both managers in the build-up to the game were not necessarily saying it would be decisive, but Mikel Arteta did admit, didn't he, before the game, really they have to come here and win if they do want to win the Premier League. Well, he kind of stepped back from that last night after the game when he suggested, look, there's still 5 games to go, a lot can happen in the Premier League title race, but the momentum in the last few weeks is really with Manchester City. And now it's not just the momentum either, is it? It's the position they find themselves in. You're absolutely spot on to point out that top of the table gap. 2 points they do trail Arsenal, but with 2 games in hand, it really does feel significant, particularly given the football they're playing. We saw it here last night. What a breathtaking performance it was from the Premier League champions. This is up against the team that's been the standout team for 9 months of this Premier League season in Arsenal, who came here, yes, in hope, but yes, in expectation as well. The fans were optimistic they could rediscover their form on the biggest stage. It was essentially a cup final for them. But City just blew them away. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne, we saw his goals there. He loves playing against Arsenal, doesn't he? That's 8 Premier League goals against them now in his career here at Manchester City. Absolutely fantastic. The link up with Erling Haaland as well is coming on. And City are coming into form at the right time. It's been fascinating to hear from Guardiola in the last few weeks talk about actually the team benefits from playing huge games every 3 and 4 days. They don't have too much time to prepare, but they also don't have too much time to think about it. They're just playing on instinct, playing that football which they've become famous for, which has delivered so many Premier League titles in the last few years as well. Over my shoulder, the banner says champions again. Well, at this stage, you wouldn't bet against it having to stay up for another year, because according to Opta, they've crunched the numbers and they think that City now have a 92% chance from this position of going on to ultimately claim the Premier League crown. And the next few games will be decisive. They've got a trip to Fulham before home games against West Ham and Leeds. And Pep Guardiola, while he knows that he can't take anything for granted, he's also very well aware they're in a hugely and impressively strong position right now.
Our destiny is in our hands. So today winning Arsenal will be in their hands, and now it's in our hands. And when you arrive at the end of the season, when whatever happened, it doesn't matter. It's our performance. To win the games, it depends on us. This is the best way to approach the last 6-7 games.
So that's the view from a very happy City camp. Let's head over to potentially less than happy Arsenal corner, shall we? Join our reporter James Savundra. James, look, is it over?
Well, Arsenal's unbeaten run in the Premier League, which stretched back 10 matches, is over, and many fans waking up here in North London will be thinking exactly the same about their title hopes as well. Perhaps, Pete, the damage was done in the previous 3 matches where they picked up draws against West Ham, Southampton and Liverpool, and they've been conceding goals for fun of late. That's 11 in their last 4 matches, and 3 points over the course of 4 matches is no title contender form when you consider the side that Pep Guardiola has got and what they're like at this time of the year this season. And Mikel Arteta's side know the next time they play here at the Emirates will be next Tuesday at home to Chelsea, and they may well have been knocked off top spot by then. So Mikel Arteta was asked in the aftermath of last night's defeat what that means for his title bids, and is it now over?
I don't know what is going to be required. For sure, what we have to do first, lift the players up, because they suffered tonight and it was a difficult one to swallow, and lift them up tomorrow and get doing everything that we've done so far so well in the next match to earn the right to win it. That's where we have to start right now.
One slight positive for Arsenal is that results elsewhere, with Nottingham Forest beating Brighton, that means that Arsenal have officially confirmed their place in the Champions League next season. It's the first time they've done that in 7 years. So that really is a silver lining for Arsenal fans going into this season. That was what was seen as a realistic ambition for them, having missed out narrowly last year. But they know with 5 matches left to play, they probably need to win all 5 of those and hope that there's a late twist when it comes to this season's title race.
OK, James and Ben, thank you very much for summing it up. At both stadiums feeling very different around those parts of the world, I imagine. And it was a landmark night for that man there, Erling Haaland. 33 goals he's scored in the league now. He now holds the record for the most goals in a 38-game Premier League season, and there's a load more games to go. Well, not a load, but you know what I mean.
They've still got a fair few to play.
They have, you know.
City, actually,
They have.